Hello Pasingla, welcome all of you to We Need Tamil Nadu. So are you all ready for the next one short video? So இன்னைக்கு வந்து நம்ம structural organization in animals we are going to study. In the chapter வந்து students ரொம்ப முக்கியமான chapter ma'am, எல்லா chaptersமே you tell this, but then listen here. This chapter builds you the foundation for your entire zoology and also it helps you understand all other topics, okay? So adinale romba mukkiyamaana chapter, okay? So structure organization vandu rendu parts la pannana students. Innondu vandu frog and cockroach, and first one is going to be animal tissues. So in the class la we are going to cover animal tissues completely. So are you all ready? Yes. So quickly smash the like button, and if you're new, just hit that subscribe button because I'm working a lot for you. So I want all of you to show that love, and when we work we want that, you know, returns also to come, no? And that returns is when you subscribe and when you join this family. So start pannalama students. All the one shot videos you people are giving a lot of love. Ella notes me vandu or sheet la update panni I will share it with you, because now also if I give you all the notes, some of you might refer to it, some of you might not refer to it. So adinala or sheet create pandren. So we are in the preparation process. So adila vandu ella YouTube link, adikaparam notes ellame irukum, and physics and chemistry is starting soon. So November month we are going to have an entire team on the channel, but before that we should be able to hit 100k, because that was the promise that we made, right? Okay, let's start students. So enna idu animal tissues, structural organization. So students, idu vandu usually in the topic we can expect around 3 questions from this chapter. In the chapter la 3 questions na, it can be like where animal tissues you get 1 question, okay? Animal tissues you get 1 question, or you will get 1 question from frog, okay, or 1 question from cockroach. This is the usual pattern. Cockroach vandu one of the years like 2024, if you notice, questions came too many, and in 2026 25 none of the questions came. So adanala it can be mixed. So from this 3 topic, but for that 1 question of 4 marks we have to prepare really well, okay? I'm going to prepare you really well, don't worry. So first topic vandu tissues. What is tissues exactly? Okay, so before we go to tissues, or introduction irukku students. Nama chapter start பண்ணும்போது ஒரு unicellular multicellular organism வந்து ஒரு introduction கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. So in the introduction la enna solranga, avaru vandu solranga that ma'am usually vandu ma'am nu koopidla NCERT la, but I am telling, okay? So they are saying that there are 2 types of organisms, right? So nama vandu introduction oru thaniya innoru page la eduthalam, okay? So introduction to the chapter, okay? So students, introduction vandu enna solranga, they are telling that we usually notice 2 types of organisms in around us. What is that? Unicellular organisms, yes ma'am, unicellular organisms, and one more is multicellular organism. Correct? Yes ma'am, correct. Multicellular organisms. So in the unicellular organism, multicellular organism la vandu enna students main important ana oru vishayam, in the unicellular organism na idukku vandu unicellular single celled organism. So this is a single, uni means single, so it is a single celled organism. In the single cell organism vandu ella like whatever work is there, okay, whatever work is there, adu ella vandu single cell will be doing that function. That means what? That single cell organism will be doing all the functions. So it is very important for us to remember here. Voice correct, students? Okay, so here you have to understand that the single cell organism will do all the functions and all the jobs. That means here there is no division of labor. Enna illa division of labor kediyadu ma'am. Division of labor na enna students, ipo na class la vandu let's say there are 50 students, okay? In the 50 students ikum ellame I am making it into 5 committees, and I am telling them you take care of the attendance, okay? We should make sure that 100 likes is coming on this video. Next 10 students I am telling them make sure that everyone subscribe to the channel. Next 10 students I am telling them make sure they guide through the channel, what and all is available on the channel. There are strategy videos, there are one shot videos, there are PYQ series. So adella vandu I am telling this 5 students or this 50 students to divide and do the job. So அது வந்து now division of labor. இங்க வந்து ஒரே ஒரு செல் இருக்கிற ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ், நம்ம காமன் எக்ஸாம்பிள் என்ன ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்? யூனிசெல்லுலர் organism காமன் எக்ஸாம்பிள் என்ன மேம்? அமீபா மேம், Amoeba. From EVS we are studying, no? From EVS classes, we are studying that amoeba. So, amoeba is a irregularly shaped unicellular organism. In the unicellular organism, la oru very important ana oru vishayam enna students, idukku vandu pseudopodia. What is there? This is the pseudopodia. Pseudopodia is the false feet. So, the pseudopodia will help them for the movement, okay? Movement and also for capturing the food and etc. So here we will notice that this person is doing everything by itself. Okay, inga when the students no division of labor. Na multicellular organism. Ipa inga division of labor illana, this single cell is performing what and all functions? Ma'am, they are performing, let's say they do reproduction. Okay, they do reproduction, they do excretion. Yes or no? Okay, they do respiration. Almost எல்லா வேலையும் இந்த சிங்கிள் செல் தான் பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்றாங்க. ஸோ அதனால இந்த சிங்கிள் செல்லுக்கு டிவிஷன் ஆஃப் லேபர் கிடையாது. ஆனால் மல்டி செல்லுலர் ஆர்கானிசம்னா என்ன ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ், இங்கே வந்து நம்ம ஒரு body organization we see. That means here we know that there are many cells. Multina many. Okay, in the many cells la vandu obviously division of labor is present. Yes or no? Will our digestive system do the job of excretory system? And if you have not watched excretory product and elimination chapter 1 shot, you're missing out on a lot. So please go and check out that. Okay, it's a 1 shot video, detailed lecture is there. So inga when the division of labor irukum students. So because of this division of labor, what is going to happen? We'll have many cells performing many different functions. So here you have to understand that this is the introduction to the chapter. Multicellular organisms means many cells are going to be there. Okay, many cells are going to be there. So we will have certain cells who are going to do certain functions. Okay, like this. Okay, these are your multicellular layer. Multicellular layer. We'll push it a little that side. Okay, yes, clear? This is the introduction. All of you understood the introduction, I hope. Yes, now coming to the topic, tissues. What is this tissues? So normally students, nama vandu animal kingdom la we have studied body organization. Enna ma'am body organization? Body organization na where there are some cells, that cells are becoming tissues, tissues are becoming organs are becoming organ system. Correct dane? So ange vandu nama oru body organization, we saw a slow evolution happening. Adu madri da students, normally vandu we will have one cell. Okay, wait, let's take one other color as well. Okay, we will have one cell. Yes ma'am, we will have one cell. Okay, now this is a very normal cell. Now this cell can be like, okay, I want a group of cells. Okay, so this cell will be like arranging, and it will become a group of cell, right? Yes ma'am, they can become a group of cells. Now this one cell became a group of cell. Now in the group of cell the students, it can become an organ. Yes ma'am, it can become an organ. Okay, let's say it wanted to become a kidney or something, some organ. Okay, from an organ, can it form an entire organism? Yes, it can develop and form an entire organism. So this is what is happening from cell to tissues, tissues to organ, organ to organ system, and finally an organism. So this is the cycle where we understand, and this organism is going to have many cells, right? This organism is going to have many cells. Okay, like this many organs can be formed, and from this we can form an organism. So are you ready to write? Yes ma'am, we are ready to write. So from cells we can form a group of cells. We can form what students? We can form a group of cells, and under cells vandu enna irukum, group of cells are called as tissues, right? Group of cells performing a similar function is called as tissues, we always say. And then from group of cells we can form organs. Okay, and this is called as tissues. Okay, from organs what can we form? We can form organism. we can form organisms. So this is the cycle. This is the basic cycle. In the basic cycle, one second students, I will just make it a little, okay, yeah. So in the basic system, students, what we are trying to study, we are trying to study how the tissue formation is happening. So here the only thing that we have to focus on is this one topic, talking about a group of cells performing a similar function is called as tissues. Is called as what, students? It's called as tissues. இப்போ வந்து ma'am எல்லா டைமுமே they should perform a similar function, not required, students. If you really anatomically understand it, you will notice that tissues are not, okay, they are not structurally or functionally, they're not structurally or functionally similar. Okay, there can be tissues which are not structurally and functionally not same. Okay, so structurally and functionally they are please understand this. Whenever we used to study in smaller classes, we used to always say that a group of cells performing a similar function is called as tissues. Okay, now I can see many of you are working like one tissues, right? Many of you are talking to each other. Many of you are asking if you ate food to each other. Many of you are asking each other that, did you, have breakfast? Did you have idli? Do you like idli? All this you people ask. So what happens? You are actually performing as a committee of people who are all talking to each other. Okay, who are all talking to each other. Now here, students, this is the introduction part of it. Now we are going to learn what is the types of tissues. Before that, let me just, yes. Okay. Next, we are going to study, ma'am, how many tissues, which are the primary tissues. So that is what we are going to study. So before I teach you the primary tissues, let me just take you through the human reproduction. So students, during human reproduction, what used to happen first? Fertilization used to happen. Yes or no? Yes, ma'am. Fertilization used to happen. Sperm and egg used to meet each other. After fertilization used to happen, then what used to be the formation? We used to see a zygote formation. Yeah, a zygote formation, and then we used to see an embryo formation. Now students, during all this formation, we have spoke about something called as the germ layer, right? Germ layer. So during this time, the zygote formation also, we keep talking about how we talk about blastula. Okay, we talk about morula. Okay, and we talk about gastrula. So in this gastrula stage, we have spoken about germ layers, right? Remember, we have spoken about germ layers. Which are the three germ layers? That is your ectoderm, which is the outermost layer. Okay. Then we have mesoderm, which is the middle layer. Then we have endo. Endo means always inside. Okay. We have the endoderm. So now here, ma'am, why are you teaching this here? So students, here, this has a very big relevancy. Why? Because all these tissues that we studied so far have been derived from this germ layer. So, adanale, idu vandu romba important. Okay, so we are going to understand that. So, this is clear, no? So, fertilization, zygote, gastrula stage, we say about germinal layer. So, these all three which we are talking about, all these three are nothing but they are all germinal epithelium, or we call them the germinal layers. These layers are going to help in the derivation of the tissues that we are going to study. Okay, so we will just push this a little above. Okay, yes, here we go. Okay, now students, let's understand which are the primary tissues that we are going to deal with today. Okay, the primary tissues that I am going to talk about today's class is going to be, all of you please tell me in the chat box and quickly mark the attendance, show lot of love. Okay, primary tissues. Which are the primary tissues I am going to teach you? Today, students, I am going to teach you, not just today, okay, generally I am going to teach you first tissue who is going to mainly help in protection. Okay, we will first learn their jobs. They are going to help in protection. They are going to help in secretion. And they are going to help in absorption. What are they going to help in? They're going to help in protection, secretion, absorption. Now, ma'am, who is this who's going to help in all of this? I want to know. I'm very curious. Yes, that is none other than, students, your epithelial. Okay, there's a chair here. I can literally sit and write. Okay. Epithelial tissue. Enna idu? Epithelial tissue. Okay, va? Okay, ma'am. Okay, students, now at this point of time, please understand, you want detailed lectures. You do not want just NCERT line by line. I will do NCERT line by line later, but don't right now itself jump into NCERT line by line and try to save your time, because now if you try to save your time, no one can save your score. Now only I'm telling you. Okay, epithelial tissue. Got it? Next one, who is the next primary tissue? So one is doing protection. Okay, one is doing protection, secretion, absorption. The next one is going to do connection. It is going to not just do connection, it is going to help in the supply of, okay, it is going to help in the supply of different nutrients and etc. Okay, nutrients, etc. They're going to help in supply of oxygen, nutrients. Some things they are helping in, supplying. Who is the hero? The hero is none other than your connective tissue. Connective tissue. Okay. Nama life students, some people will be like this, who will help us in connecting unnecessarily and necessarily. Okay. Nama relatives, my area wise people, they will be wanting to connect with us so much. What are you doing now? I don't see you go to office. You don't have job, yeah? Like that connection, unnecessary connection they build. This is necessary connection, okay? Next one, the student, one person who is going to help in movement. Okay, he is going to help in what? Movement and locomotion. Who is that? Ma'am, it has to be muscular tissue, ma'am. Okay, it has to be muscular tissue. Yes, you are right. It is muscular tissue who is going to help us with all the movements and locomotions, which you will study in locomotion and movement chapter. So that's why first I'm taking this chapter, then I will be doing the other chapters, because in breathing we never came across any of the muscles, right? Okay, so done? Yes, ma'am, done. Okay. Yes, don't worry, this notes, everything I will put it into one sheet and give you. And the last one who is going to help us with coordination and transport of impulse, or let's say who is going to help us with some control. Okay, control and coordination. Remember which chapter is that? Okay, control is going to be none other than your neural tissues. So students, in the neural tissues, muscular tissues, one separate chapter human physiology, neural control and coordination, and adukappuram locomotion and movement. So adinala in this class we will not be dealing with these two people enough. Okay, we'll be like just keeping them primarily in one side. Now comes the second part. Ma'am, why did you write about the germ layers? We have to know who got derived from whom, right? With germ layers. So students, epithelial tissue is different tissue. Adukku ectoderm can also derive an epithelial tissue, mesoderm also can derive, endoderm also can derive. So it can be derived from all the three germ layers. It can be derived from all the three germ layers. Very different, no? Yes or no? Yes, ma'am, very, very different. Okay. Now connective tissue. Connective tissue is going to be derived. It is mesodermal in origin. What is it? It is mesodermal in origin. Okay, mesodermal in origin. Board is small, so that's why I have to congest and write it. And students, then comes muscular tissue. Very easy to remember. M for muscular, M for mesodermal. This is also mesodermal in origin. Mesodermal in origin. Adukappuram students, we have coordination and control, neural tissues. In the neural tissues, they are ectodermal in origin. Ectodermal in origin. Okay, va? Okay, va? Understood? Easy. Okay, M you remember, mesodermal. Okay, connection. So connective tissue, all this you have to remember. Okay, so this you can take a screenshot if necessary. This is what is about your primary tissues. Okay, this is what is about your primary tissues. Done? All of you are enjoying? Yes, no? Okay. First start panalama students. First primary tissue is going to be your epithelial tissue. Now, on the epithelial tissue, what is epithelial tissue? What do we know about epithelial tissue? We are going to understand. In the students, epi meaning, okay, epi na above. Epi la students, epi. Okay, epi meaning above. Okay, thelial meaning lining. Lining. Ma'am, will it only line, ma'am? No, it will also do layering. It can do lining or layering. Clear? So, epi means above, lining or layering. That means it is present this way. Okay. Now, students, one very special thing about these people is that they are avascular. What are they? Avascular. Yenna ma'am, avascular na? They do not have blood vessels. No blood. Okay, no blood. That means how many of you to become hero in front of your crush, in front of teacher and all, you have taken safety pin, you pricked it on your hand and you are like, see, I'm a superman, I'm a magician. Idu madri pannina, please put it in your comment section. Okay. Students, some words I don't think I'm using right in Tamil, but please do forgive me. You people have to teach me whenever I'm telling wrong, okay? I've told all the teachers here also to teach me when I'm doing some mistakes, okay? Because I feel like it is correct, but once it comes out from my mouth, konchu tappa irukku, okay? Yeah. So, students, yes, have you done that? Have you become a magician? Have you become like a rock star in front of anyone you will want to impress? So, why are you doing this now? When you're doing this, why you're not able to see blood? Because you're not able to see blood and the confidence one day. Let's say you see blood, immediately you will faint and fall somewhere. So, adu vandu vera vishayam. But where does this confidence come? Because you're damaging your epidermis. Sorry, epithelial tissue. That means you're basically pricking on your epithelial tissue. But by mistake, and the safety pin vandu slow. Let's say it pricks little, immediately you will start seeing blood. Ma'am, but epithelial tissue is avascular. Yes, this is where the second conversation comes, students. Even though these people are avascular, your epithelial tissues are avascular, let's say this is your epithelial tissue. Okay. This is your epithelial tissue. Idu madri cuboidal cells irukum. They are going to have a basement membrane. Okay, let's draw the basement membrane little more thick. In the basement membrane, key students, what is going to be there? Here comes the person who is helping in connection for everyone. Okay, he's building connection with everyone. That is your connective tissue. So, just below this epithelial tissue, you will, after the basement membrane, you will have your connective tissues, and on the connective tissues la blood irukuma. Ma'am, they are rich in blood supply. So, avaru vandu enna pandranga students, they are giving oxygen, nutrients, everything to the, they are giving everything to the epithelial tissues. That is why, let's say by mistake also, neenga vandu prick pannina, let's say the safety pin goes a little down, then immediately you will start seeing blood. You will start seeing blood. Clear? So, like this, blood vessels are going to be right below. Okay. So, these people are what? These people are the epithelial cells. Okay. They are the epithelial layer. And this, what you're seeing, is the connective. Okay. Is the connective. So, what these people are going to do? They are going to supply. This is lines of NCERT. Oxygen and nutrients to the epithelial tissue. Punjada? Okay. So, they are avascular, no blood supply is there, but then they will immediately, blood you will start seeing if in case you prick it a little tight. So, next one, students, these people are tightly packed. They are tightly packed. Tightly packed with almost no intercellular or very little intercellular space. Okay. They have little intercellular space. They have little intercellular space. So, what are they saying? They are saying that in the cells the intercellular space வந்து ரொம்ப கம்மியா இருக்கும். Okay, let's say இது மாதிரி cells I'm drawing, students. In the cells between la வந்து intercellular space ரொம்ப கம்மியா இருக்கும் is what they are trying to say. Clear? Okay? Yes. So, Okay, almost little intercellular space. Students, because these people are lining and layering, idhukku vandu oru important ana vishayam vandu enna ma'am, these people will have great capacity of regeneration. Enna irukku students, they will have great capacity of regeneration. Romba important, they will have great capacity of regeneration. They'll have great capacity of regeneration because they are present in the outside. They could be present in the layering part. So adu vandu lot of wear and tear because it's always exposed to the environment. So adanale there are high chances that the wear and tear is going to happen. So to protect them from the wear and tear, we will require them to have a great regeneration capacity. Now students, see, I told you they can be lining or layering. What is the meaning of this lining or layering? Let's understand. Lining na, let's imagine idu vandu nama, okay, இது வந்து let's imagine நம்ம வந்து let's say food pipe இல்லைன்னா bronchioles. Okay, bronchiolesல வந்து let's say these people are lining. இது மாதிரி lining இருக்கும். Okay, they're lined like this. So insideல lining இருக்கும். So in the lining tissues வந்து what will they be exposed to? They will be exposed to body fluids, yes or no? Inga vanda different fluids will be flowing, so they'll be exposed to body fluids. Let's say these people are having, let's say, layers like this. They are layering. Okay, for protection, they are layering like this. So whom will they expose to, students? They are going to get exposed to the outside environment, and these people are going to be exposed to the, wait, these people are going to be exposed to what? So look here, in NCERT they have mentioned the portion that is layering will be exposed to the environment. Okay, they will be exposed to the environment or the outside. Okay, outside. Okay, environment or outside, and this inner lining portion will be exposed to the body fluid. Clear? They will be exposed to the body fluid. So lining and layering is very important for you to understand. Clear? I hope this is super duper clear. So they will supply the O2 and nutrients. This is the basement membrane. Okay, this is the basement membrane. Students, one more thing I want to tell you. Remember that this is how the cell is. The cell will have two surface. Okay, the cell will have two surface. Ma'am, and the surface. In the surface, when the students, we call it the apical surface. Surface? Apical surface. Illana free surface, because this is the top portion of the cell. Okay, so in the one the apical surface airikum. And this portion will have the basement membrane. In the basement membrane is going to be the one that is going to support all the cells. In the apical surface illana free surface la vanda adhigama modifications irukum. Cilia present, microvilli present, adu madri modifications are present. Clear? Just keep this in your mind, it will be important. Nama vanda NCERT we will see once. Okay, this we will delete. We have one more NCERT snip. Okay, see here, we commonly refer to an epithelial tissue as an epithelium. This tissue has a free surface. Okay, enna irukku oru free surface illana oru apical surface which faces neither a body fluid or the outside. Okay, or the outside environment. I told you, if it is lining, it is going to face the body fluids. If it is layering, it is going to face the outside. Okay, and thus provides a covering or a lining for some parts of the cell. The cells are compactly packed, tightly packed. Okay, compactly packed with little intercellular matrix. There are two types of epithelial tissues, namely simple and compound epithelium. Simple epithelium is composed of single layer. So this I will teach you now. So students, what is that? Your epithelial cells are classified into two categories. What is one? One the simple epithelium, இன்னொரு one the compound epithelium. In the simple epithelium na students ஒரு லைஃப்ல ஒரு more important ஆன ஒரு விஷயம் சொல்றேன். சிம்பிளா இருக்கணும்னா சிங்கிளா இருக்கணும். ஓகே, நீங்க வந்து அக்ரி பண்ணுவோ தெரியாத, பட் ஆனா சிம்பிளா இருக்கணும்னா சிங்கிளா இருக்கணும். That means you have to be like here. Now example I'm quoting here, if you have to have just a single layer, and if you have a single layer, I'll call you as a simple epithelium. So a simple epithelium is the one that will have a single layer of cells. என்ன இருக்கும்? or a single layer of cells will be present. Because of the single layer of cells, idinala we call it a, who is that? We call this person as a simple fellow. We call this person as a simple fellow. Clear? So, the second most thing is, students, these people are going to help us with secretions, absorptions. Okay, simple will not help us much with protection because it is a single layer. So, because it's a single layer, idu vandu nama protect pandrathu vaaipu romba kammi. So, adanala we will tell them, you relax, you just do secretion and absorption job. Now, students, compound epithelium on the other side. If your life, let's say you have, you know, 2 other friends, 3 other friends, complicated are. So, here what will happen? Compound epithelium, they will have 2 to 3 layers. They will have 2 to 3 layers. Since they have 2 to 3 layers, can I use them for protection? Yes, ma'am, you can use them for protection because they have 2 to 3 layers. So, adanale inga vandu mainly I will use it for protection. They also do some secretion and absorption. Okay, they also do some secretion and absorption, but mainly I will use it for protection. Now, students, simple epithelium vandu division irukka. Okay, don't like the color. Simple epithelium is divided into 3 categories. What are those, ma'am? First one is called as simple squamous. And now, students, simple squamous epithelium. Okay, simple squamous epithelium. Innoru vandu simple cuboidal. Shape basis la simple cuboidal epithelium. Inga vandu simple columnar epithelium. Okay, columnar epithelium. So, inga vandu shape you can see, students, simple squamous, simple cuboidal, simple columnar. If shapes are not visible means I will just show you the shape. So, simple squamous la vandu irregular boundaries ayirukum. Okay, they will be something like this. Okay, they will have irregular boundaries like this. Okay, this is how they will be present. Cuboidal la vandu cube shaped ayirukum, students, like this. Okay, like this, cuboidal shaped. Okay, like this, cuboidal shape. Columnar na long column like cells. Long column like cells. Understood? Like this they'll be. Okay, like this. Long column shaped cells. So, this is the shape of the cells in case the diagram is not visible. So, simple epithelium is divided into 3. Simple, squamous, cuboidal, columnar based on the shape or structure. Okay. Next one, we are going to understand. Okay, we are going to understand about each of them. What each of them are going to do. Before that, let's go through other diagrams as well. This is the very textbook in the diagram, students, because here it's very clear. So, this is the apical surface, and the apical surface la the microvilli lena cilia modifications irukum. So, here you can see microvilli is there. This is the cell junctions to keep 2 cells together. And here, students, you can see epithelial cells are there. This is the basement membrane. Just below the basement membrane, can you see connective tissue? So, that is why slowly also if you prick, immediately you will notice that the blood starts coming. After that, there will be nerve fibers and also there will be blood vessels. Is this clear, like what I told? Inga vandu, students, if you see, you can see the cells like this. Can you see? Cells are present like this. Wait. Okay, cells are present like this. Yes, ma'am, cells are present like this. Right at the center, you can see the nucleus. Here also, can you see the cells are structured like this? Okay, cells are present like this, and you have the nucleus in them. Okay, this is how the cells are going to look like. Done, 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 done. Now we are going to understand the first one, that is going to be the squamous epithelium. So, NCERT lines already I have written it here. So, adinale our work becomes very easy. Now, students, what kind of questions come here? Please remember, in NEET, questions are going to come based on locations and based on functions. Okay, mainly it is going to be based on location, because location vandu ஞாபகம் வெச்சிருக்கிறது ரொம்ப கஷ்டம். அதனால they will ask you questions from there only. Clear? They'll ask you questions from there only. Okay, let's understand. Start பண்ணலாமா? Okay, first one, the student, the squamous epithelium. The squamous epithelium is made up of a single layer of flattened cell with irregular boundaries. So, இந்த செல்ல வந்து ஒரு ஸ்பெஷலான ஒரு விஷயம் என்னன்னா, இந்த செல்ஸ்ல ப்ராப்பர் பவுண்டரிஸ் கிடையாது. இது மாதிரி irregular boundaries ஆக இருக்கும். Okay, இது மாதிரி irregular boundaries ஆக இருக்கும். So, students, people call this cell, okay, this squamous cell as pavement membrane. Pavement na enna? Pavement membrane na full flat ah irukra membrane. Correct dane? Full flat ah irukra membrane. Now if you see, look at this. This look like a mat, right? It looks like a mat, full proper like pavement membrane, right? Pavement membrane. So we can call these cells or this, you know, what is squamous epithelium as pavement membrane. They look like pavement, okay, pavement membrane, and upon that, students, they also look like tiles on the floor structure. Tiles on the floor structure. Adu matra illama, students, just looking at the structure, we'll also feel like they look like an omelette, right? If you just break open the egg and put it on the pan, how will it look like? It looks like that also. So multiple names are there, okay? Multiple names are there. So just remember that they look like this, and they have one very important thing, that is the presence of irregular boundaries. This is the tightly packed cell with almost very little intercellular space. In the simple squamous epithelium la the students, modifications கிடையாது. So அதனால apical surface la you will not see any modification because they are very, very flat cell. Ana, because the cells are very, very flattened, okay? Because the cells are very, very flattened, it is oftenly used for any diffusion. Because movement will happen faster in a very thin membrane. Yes or no? Yes or no? Very thin membrane. Can I pass on something? Yes, ma'am, you can pass on. Right. Now, location on the students, they are found in the walls of the blood vessel. Okay, they are found where? In the walls of the blood vessel. Okay, and air sacs of the lungs. Air sacs of the lungs, and involved in the function like forming a diffusion boundary. So where and all will they be present? They will be present on the blood vessel, that is on the walls of the blood vessel. So is it a blood vessel? Yes, ma'am, is it a blood vessel? So on the walls of the blood vessel, these people will be present. Like this, on the walls, like the walls of the blood vessel, they will be present. With that, they have told the air sac. Who is the air sac here? We are referring to the air sac for the alveoli. Okay, remember when we studied the diffusion membrane, we had spoken about epithelium of the alveoli. Yes or no? So that epithelium is what we are talking here also. Okay, these people are present. These people are present like this, and they are going to help in the diffusion. They are going to act as the respiratory membrane, students, because இது வந்து ரொம்ப thin cell, flattened cell. So அதனால diffusion வந்து it will happen very, very fast. Okay, it will happen very, very fast. So here exchange of gases is much easier to happen because of the presence of the diffusion membrane. So oxygen will come in and carbon dioxide will go out. Clear? It will act as the diffusion membrane because thickness should always be less. Clear? Then this is the very simple thing. Squamous epithelium வந்து எங்க present இருக்கும்? Wall of the blood vessel and also in the air sacs. That is your alveoli. Okay. The two in the alveoli. Next one. Cuboidal epithelium. The cuboidal epithelium is composed of a single layer of cube-like cells. So, inga vande enna solranga? Oru single layer. Students, many times students iga single layer na they'll always draw double layer and keep. Okay, idu maadhiri oru single layer of cube-like cells will be present. Okay, இது மாதிரி cube-like cells will be present. இதுதான் cube-like cell. Okay, so it is a cuboidal epithelium. Now, location வந்து students, this is commonly found. இந்த cuboidal epitheliumல வந்து ஒரு முக்கிய விஷயம் என்னன்னா, இங்கே apical surface இருக்கும். அந்த apical surfaceல modificationsம் நடக்கும். Okay, ஆனா squamous நடக்காது because அந்த cells வந்து ரொம்ப flattened ஆன cells. இந்த apical surfaceல வந்து modification நடக்கலாம். It can be because like presence of cilia can be there, or illena microvilli also can be there. இது வந்து detail explain பண்ற students, ஆனாலும் just Keep it in your mind, okay? Microvilli will be present. Now look here, location. This is commonly found in ducts of gland and tubular parts of the nephron. Enna solranga? Glands illa present aayirukkum. Illana they will be present in the parts of the tubules. Now all of you go back to your excretion chapter. Remember when I taught you excretion, I told you that the PCT, the proximal convoluted tubule, okay? Enna sollana? The tubule which is closer to the glomerulus, proximal convoluted tubule. This is your tube, correct or not? In this, what will be there? A tuft of capillaries will be there. Yes, ma'am, tuft of capillaries will be there. Efferent and efferent arterioles. That time I told you people that the PCT, this is the PCT. Yes or no? This PCT will have specialized cells which are your cuboidal epithelium, and the cuboidal epithelium and the enna irukum students, that cuboidal epithelium will be the one who will have brush bordered epithelium. So this is how cuboidal cells look. We will have foldings to it like this. Okay, we will have foldings to it like this. This is called as brush bordered epithelium. In the brush bordered epithelium vandu enna pandranga students, it vandu increases the surface area. Because they will increase the surface area, PCT is the one that does 90. So here PCT is the one that does 70 to 80% reabsorption. Yes ma'am, it does 70 to 80% reabsorption. So adanaala inga vandu, if I increase the surface area, okay, if I increase the board vandu dance aadra students, okay, if I increase the surface area, then I can do maximum reabsorption. So that is the plan of keeping this cuboidal epithelium here. Clear? Cuboidal epithelium here. Why? Because we have to do maximal reabsorption in the PCT. Okay. Now students see here, and its main function is secretion and absorption. Absorption is already done. The epithelium of the proximal convoluted tubule of the nephron in the kidney has microvilli. So in the structure the microvilli. Okay. In the structure the microvilli. Okay, microvilli, MV I have written, microvilli, I will explain you detailedly again, okay, clear? So this brush bordered epithelium, whenever there is microvilli, we will call it as the brush bordered epithelium. I hope all of you are making note of all this. Brush bordered epithelium. Type of an epithelium? Yes, type of an epithelium. Okay, done. Okay, some of you have not marked your attendance. Why? Next one, the columnar epithelium is composed of a single layer of tall and slender cells. The nuclei are located at the base. Free surface may have microvilli. So enna solranga? They are saying that there are tall and slender cells. Okay, like this. Tall, slender na long. Okay, tall, slendered cells will be present. Again, everything will have basement membrane. Ana oru vishayam enna inga nuclei vandu base la present irukum. So nuclei is present at the base of the cell. Base of the cell. Students, what else are they telling? They are telling that this columnar epithelium can have certain modifications, like what? They can have two types of modifications mainly. What are the two types of modification? One modification is that they can have, like this, cells will be present. Okay, this is the columnar. Always remember, you put the nucleus at the base, okay, because it's mentioned separately. You have to remember it. And here we go. So students, wherever absorption is concerned, okay, wherever absorption is concerned, like in your intestine, there we will have brush bordered epithelium. Okay, we will have brush bordered epithelium. And wherever movement is concerned, okay, like in stomach and everything, we will have ciliated ones. Okay, now what is ciliated ones? Here, like this. they will have hair-like structures present on the apical surface that is going to help in the movement. Like we have ciliated epithelium on the bronchioles, and we also have ciliated epithelium on the fallopian tubes to move the oocyte. So, idu madri modifications will be present. So, if they have this, we call it ciliated epithelium. What do you call it? Ciliated. These are lines of NCERT only, okay? Ciliated epithelium. And if they have like this microvilli, we call it brush bordered. Brush bordered epithelium. Brush bordered epithelium. Okay, va? Understood? So here, yes, one important thing here. Okay. Okay, nuclei is at base. Now we are going to see where they are present. They are found in the lining of the stomach and intestine, and they help in secretion and absorption. Where are they present? They are present in the lining of the stomach, and if they are present, they are going to help in what? Secretion and absorption. Very easy, right? Very easy, right, so far? Nothing complicated we have learned. Everything is very simple. Okay. Next topic, students. If columnar or cuboidal cells bear cilia on their free surface, they are called as ciliated epithelium. What are they saying? They are saying that in case, okay, in case, let's say the cuboidal or columnar will have cilia, they will be called as ciliated epithelium. Just now I taught you. What will they do, students? They move particles or mucus in a specific direction over the epithelium. They are mainly present where? In the inner surface of the hollow organs like your bronchioles and the fallopian tube. Inge one important students here, they are saying that it helps in moving the particles. All of you would have noticed that sometimes we do have a tendency that, let's say, something might have entered into our windpipe, windpipe or your food pipe, something might have entered. Now what will happen usually, students? Please remember, your epithelial cells are going to be present everywhere. Okay, like this epithelial cells are going to be present. This epithelial cells, because it is a hollow organ and let's say movement is required, they might be ciliated. Okay, they might be ciliated, and they can also have glandular epithelium, which I'll teach you now. Okay, so this is the cilia. Like the cilia will be present. Now by mistake, let's say something entered into your mouth. Now it is your body's job to do one thing. What is your body's job? To make sure that it comes out. So what they will do, let's say one particle has entered inside. Okay, one particle. Okay, one particle has entered inside. Now it is the job of the cilia to push it unidirectionally, to push it above. And here, students, you have nothing but you have your glandular epithelium, which is going to add the mucus, and the mucus is going to cover this dust particle or whatever particle has entered, so as to help in the movement very fast. Okay, so the mucus will coat the particle and the cilia will push the particle in a unidirectional manner, leading to the exit of the particle. And that is why we notice that sometimes we cough, and when we cough, we notice that with the mucus, the substance that has entered inside also has come out. So that is the main job of these people. Okay, that is when the dust is there, or let's say some particle is there, they will mix it with the mucus. Okay, mucus will be mixed, and with the mucus, the ciliated epithelium. Okay, ciliated epithelium will push the particle outside. Okay, ciliated epithelium will push the particle outside. So that is what they tell. Here, students, fallopian tube, they'll help in the movement of oocyte. Okay, that is why in the fallopian tube the cilia will be present. So as the, let's say, as the oocyte is getting released, okay, here the cilia will be present. Yes, ma'am, here cilia will be present. Hair-like structure. So as the oocyte comes out, okay, as the oocyte comes out, the movement of the oocyte will be taken care by the ciliated epithelium. This much is easier to remember, I hope. Okay, I'm keeping it very simple. I'm taking it very slow as well, so all of you understands it better. Okay. Now, next one, students. Some of the columnar or the cuboidal cells get specialized for secretion and they are called as glandular epithelium. So, now how many modifications have you studied? You have studied about cilia, you have studied about brush bordered epithelium, now you are going to study about glandular epithelium. So, what is this glandular epithelium? First of all, glandular epithelium will be classified based on if it is unicellular or multicellular. Okay, it will be classified based on if it is unicellular or multicellular. So, first one is going to be your unicellular. Second one is going to be your multicellular. Since unicellular example the goblet cells. Okay, enna irko example? Example the goblet cells of alimentary canal. Alimentary canal goblet cells irukum. In the goblet cells what do? They release a glycoprotein called mucin, and the mucin தண்ணி கூட mix ஆகி mucin தண்ணி கூட mix ஆகி it will become the mucus. It will become the mucus. Okay, so goblet cells of the alimentary canal. So here you can see consist of isolated glandular cells, goblet cells of the alimentary canal. Next one the example multicellular example the salivary glands, because salivary glands have multiple, they are multicellular. Okay, next is salivary glands. Clear? Salivary glands. So this is the example. So first glandular epithelium na some of the modifications, okay, of columnar or ciliated cells. Just remember, right now you have only studied this much. Okay, columnar or your cuboidal cells will have basically how many modifications? 3 modifications. Okay, okay, 3 modifications. One is ciliated. Okay, one is going to be ciliated, one is going to be brush bordered, இன்னொரு glandular. Okay, glandular. These are 3 modifications, students. So please remember this. Ciliated means cilia will be present, hair-like structure. Brush border means microvilli will be present. Okay, glandular means they will be modified for secretion. They will become glandular cells. Glandular cells will be present. Okay, this is just for your information. I have written it here. Now here, students, it's not the end of it. Glandular epithelium again is modified based on how they are adding their secretion. That is based on pouring of their secretions. Pouring of their secretions. Pouring of their secretions. Pouring of their secretions na enna ma'am? Glandular epithelium la two categories irukum, students. One is called as exocrine gland. Innondu endocrine gland. Okay, endocrine gland and exocrine gland. Okay, endocrine and exocrine. In the exocrine gland, what is the thing here? Remember, exocrine gland means, students, it's very simple. Okay, just imagine this is a water tank. Okay, this is a water tank. In the water tank, enzymes irukum, secretions will be there. Okay, lot of enzymes and secretions will be there. In the tank, let's say I want to give water to my target organs. Okay, what I want to do? I want to give water to my target organ. So, adanala I will do one pipe system. Yes, ma'am, very simple. In the water pump pannanama or pipe system. And the pipe system can be also called as something called as ducts. So, like, it's not technically the pipe, but just understand, students, this tubular structures are also called as like your ducts. Okay, they are called as your ducts. Okay, so this exocrine gland will have the organ where it is forming. From there will be a duct system that will be there to reach to the where, students, to reach to the target organ. So this will be your target organ. So till target organ, they will use ducts to transport the enzymes or secretion. So that is why we call this exocrine gland. Okay, we call this exocrine gland as a duct gland. Okay, that means they have duct. So what will be opposite of that? We will have endocrine gland, which is ductless. Okay, ductless gland. இங்கே வந்து மேம் then how will the transport happen? மேம் students scenario வந்து similar தான். ஒரு water tank இருக்கும் where the formation is going to happen. ஆனால் from there to go, okay, from there to go one pipe system won't be there. அதனால we will use the help of our blood who is anyway going. Blood is anyway transporting, no, blood is anyway transporting oxygen, nutrients, minerals. So we will tell the blood, you please take this hormones also and go, and you send it to the target organs. Okay, target organs. So the blood will carry the hormones and go. These hormones are called as the chemical messenger. You will study in detail in chemical coordination chapter. So students, this is ductless gland, that is the gland with duct. They are called as exocrine. Here they are called as endocrine. Exocrine example vanda, you can remember of any examples. Here you will have example earwax. Okay. Stomach secretions, all this will add as your exocrine gland. Clear? Secretions, that is like earwax, oil. Okay, now here endocrine gland, lot of examples are there. Lot of examples are there. Examples vanda, we will have thyroid gland, T3, T4. All these are hormones. Okay, hormones in a chemical messenger. Hormones in a chemical messenger. Okay, understood this? Yes. Okay, this is your examples. And okay, students, one more gland will be there. Okay, 1 second. One more gland will be there, which is actually called the heterocrine gland. Okay, one more gland which is called the heterocrine gland. Many a time students ask, ma'am, what is this heterocrine gland, ma'am? I've heard it somewhere, I've seen it somewhere. So heterocrine gland means, students, the gland that will have both, okay, both the activities, that is both exocrine and endocrine activities. Heterocrine gland. Illana, we can also call this heterocrine gland as mixed gland. Okay. Mixed gland. Mixed gland is both the activities, endocrine and exocrine activity will be there. So students, look here. This is your pancreas. Pancreas is one of the examples for this. Now remember, how do I, like, when I draw the pancreas, it will be a leaf shaped structure. Okay, the structure is like this. Now inside the pancreas, remember that there are two types of cells. Okay, one is called your Asana cells and one is called your islets of Langerhans. Okay, I think I'll just draw it normally. So here, when I'm drawing, students, you should notice one thing, that I'm drawing two types. Okay, one like tubule structures. Okay, then I'll also draw some dotted structures. Okay, just this is your pancreas. Now in this pancreas, there are going to be certain regions where you will start spotting some group of cells like this. Okay, like this group of cells will be there. Okay, here also let's draw some group of cells. These group of cells are called islets of Langerhans. Okay, so in the cells are the islets of Langerhans. Now ma'am, who is this islets of Langerhans? I think majority will know. Islets of Langerhans, students, they act endocrine. Okay, islets of Langerhans cells are going to act endocrine, and remember that these cells will have beta, they will have alpha, they will have beta, and they will have delta cells which are going to add the hormones. Okay, like your insulin, glucagon, somatostatin, all of this job will be taken care by these people. So islets of Langerhans means these people are going to give out the hormones. So if they are giving out hormones, that means they are endocrine in activity. Correct, no? They are endocrine in activity. Then students, if you look at the structure again, you will notice some other cells are also there. They are called as the duct cells. Okay, this ones, they are called as the duct cells. Now, these duct cells are actually exocrine in activity. They are exocrine in activity. They are also called as asana cells. They are exocrine in activity. They will be adding certain secretions into the body. Yes, Punjada, understood? Yes, understood all of you? Okay. Yes, understood? Okay. The AC is not AC, so that it's too hot, students. Yes. Okay, let's continue. Okay, students, so far? Perfect. Okay. Next, this one a different book, okay? From different book I have taken because it becomes very easy for you. Anna konjo dulla irukku in the studio la vanda, but Anna don't worry, this will be good, like good for you in your this one. So look here, simple squamous epithelium, single layer of flattened tightly bounded cells. Diffusion and filtration is the main job. Okay. Adhikaprama students, here where are they going to be present? They're present in the pulmonary alveoli of the lungs, and also they are covering the visceral organs and lining of the body cavities. Lining of the body cavities. Then if you see here, simple cuboidal epithelium, single layer of cube shaped cells, excretion, secretion or absorption. They are present in the surface of ovaries, lining of the kidney tubules, salivary ducts and the pancreatic ducts. Okay. Next one, simple columnar epithelium, single layer of non-ciliated tall column shaped cell, again secretion function. They are going to be lining the most of the digestive tract. Clear? This is how much we studied, so you can do quick revision from here. This box, one more box is there, students. This box also is there. This also you can utilize. Now we have completed simple epithelial cells, simple epithelial, simple squamous, simple cuboidal, simple columnar, ciliated epithelium, glandular epithelium, brush bordered epithelium. Now we are going to understand compound epithelium. In the compound epithelium, students, there are mainly two categories if I have to say. Compound itself means what I already told you. They have 2 to 3 layered there. What are they? They are 2 to 3 layered cells, okay, layered cells, and all their cells are going to be a little different. It's not like all the cells are going to be like, you know, so let's say this is the lower cell like this, okay, and on top of that we will have some other cells like this. Like this, multiple layers will be there. Okay, I have drawn a very diagrammatic representation. Okay, you don't have to be like, ma'am, this is how it will look. It will not look exactly like this. This is just a very simple diagrammatic representation. Okay. Okay, like this it will be looking. Okay, somewhat like this. Now, students, understand. These are the multi-layered cells, right? These are the multi-layered cells. Multi-layered cells. Now here compound epithelium types they have not asked you people to study, but it is good for you to know because in excretion chapter I had told you that when I teach you this topic I will tell you about it. Okay, compound epithelium, mainly if you see we will be writing two types. Okay, one is called as stratified. Okay, stratified epithelium. Okay, under stratified, students, stratified epithelium. One more, what we will have? One more is transitional epithelium. I had told you about transitional epithelium in excretion. How many of you remember? Raise your hands in the chat box. How many of you remember this? Transitional epithelium. Transitional epithelium can also be called as urothelium. So in the stratified epithelium students, there will be stratified squamous, okay, multi-layered, okay. Adukapurama there will be stratified cuboidal. Adukapurama there will be stratified columnar. Okay, these are the categories under stratified. Okay, sometimes they also say keratinized, non-keratinized, that also can come. Then students, transitional epithelium, we can also call this as urothelium because they are present in the urinary bladder, ureter and the renal pelvis. One more category here, one additional is pseudo-stratified. Okay, pseudo-stratified. In the pseudo-stratified, pseudo and students false. False stratified, it just shows that it is falsely double layered. But Anna, it is not double layered. Okay, it just shows that it is falsely double layered. Anna, idu vandu oru single layer cell da. Okay, it gives an appearance that it is two layered. But Anna, it is just a single layered cell which is misleading other people. Okay, which is misleading. So it is a false multi-layered appearance. False multi-layered appearance. Is this clear? Now, compound epithelium function students, since I told you there are 2 to 3 layers, I will use it mainly for what? I will use it for protection because protection la vandu use agum because imagine I have only one fellow, one security guard is there. Imagine I have 2-3 security guards. I will definitely use them for protection, no, because adu vandu easy agum, more people to protect me. So adanale here I will use 2 to 3 layers for protection instead of using simple. Now here you see it is provide, what does it do? It provides protection, okay, protection against chemical and mechanical stress. They cover the dry surface of the skin. So here only they say about keratinized, okay. Dry surface of the skin, moist surface of the buccal cavity, and then they also line the pharynx, inner lining of the ducts of salivary gland, okay, and for of the pancreatic and also the pancreatic ducts. So they are present in almost so many ducts and cavities. Clear? This is done. So this is your compound epithelium. Next topic. See here students. Here you can see compound. Compound, I don't know, under stratified you can study stratified keratinized, stratified non-keratinized, cuboidal, columnar, transitional, pseudo-stratified. So here you can see skin, keratinized skin, non-keratinized mucous membrane of mouth, esophagus and vagina, the wet regions, okay, the regions where there is a slight lubrication required. Those wet regions are the regions where this non-keratinized will be there. One of the year question also has come, which of the layers are, helpful for I think the region which is smooth or dry or wet and dry, something like that question had come, okay. Then students, ducts of sweat glands, columnar, large ducts of salivary and mammary glands, okay, transitional, pseudo-stratified, glandular, endocrine and exocrine. So here only I will write it, okay, here only I will write it instead of, here I will write NK, I am writing non-keratinized. Okay, non-keratinized. Understood? Now we are going to understand cell junction. Before that, let me take you through one diagrammatic representation. Just give me a minute. Here we go. One second, students, just bringing it this side. Okay, I'll just show you. Yes, can you see here? This is actually stratified squamous layer. So students, stratified squamous non-keratinized. So that's why I just wrote stratified squamous. Stratified squamous keratinized, non-keratinized will be there. So here you can see, they are multi-layered, and here again students, they are non-vascular. So here you can see the connective tissue is present. Okay, connective tissue is present. This is how the layers are going to look. Can you see multiple layers are there? See, can you see many squamous layers are there? Okay, this is how it is going to look like. Below that, immediately you will start seeing the connective tissue as well. Here also you can see how there is hardly any intercellular space, and it looks like one potato chips, full sliced potato chips. It looks like that. So here you can see fully sliced it is, fully thin layers it is. Okay, this is your stratified. Okay, wait, it has to load. Loading. Here also you can see students, see, these are cuboidal. Okay, these are cuboidal cells, these are squamous cells, these are columnar, no, these are columnar cells, because the base of the nuclei. Again, these are also columnar, they are also. So here you can notice that multiple layers are there and how they are arranged. Can you see one? The size you can see very neatly, correct? Very beautiful, no? Very beautiful. Our human creations are. Not, sorry, not God, human creation, God creations and human bodies are. Okay, so this is the thing for you. One second. Yes, so understood. Now we are going to a very important topic, cell junction. That also I will show you in 3D, don't worry. So students, cell junctions, here they have given you 3 main cell junctions. Now ma'am, what are cell junctions? Cell junctions are actually regions, or they are points at which it allows 2 cells to communicate with each other, 2 cells to prevent leakage, and 2 cells to attach with each other, to attach with the neighboring cells. Clear? To attach with the neighboring cells. 1 minute. Okay, attach with the neighboring cells. So these cells are the ones where there is 2 cells are there, and these 2 cells have to come together. That cell, that point, the cell junctions will do the job. So inge one, the students, 2 cell junctions they have asked you to, like three of them that you have to remember. Let me just draw it for you here. So this is one cell. Okay, this is one more cell, correct? This is one more cell. So here okay. Students, all of you, after understanding, you have to let me know in the comments, okay? Otherwise, how will I know if you are understanding or not? If you don't comment, only like I can see few people commenting, and for them next class I'll be giving a shout out, okay? I'm going to put their names on the board. So these are the 2 cells. Just assume that these cells have brush bordered epithelium. Not necessary, but yeah. Let's make it fancier. So they will have brush bordered. So can you see they are like pits? This will increase the surface area for more reabsorption. Now these 2 cells are there. The first person who is going to help them or prevent the leakage is going to be your tight junctions. Okay, what is it called, students? Tighter junctions. Here we go. Chick. Like this. This is called as what? Tight junctions. So this is a tight junction. What is this tight junction means? The one that is going to allow, okay, both the cells to prevent leakage. Both the cells to prevent leakage. So what is this called as? This is called as the tight junction. Why do you tighten something, students? Why do you tighten a tiffin box or a lunch box that you're taking to school? So, to prevent leakage. Thane? Simple thane. Or leakage prevent panana ma'am. Adanala I'm tightening the box. So, adu madri tha, students, here. This will prevent leakage. This will prevent leakage. Okay. Next one, the one that is going to help in adhering 2 of them together. That means to keep them together. To keep them together. So sorry. Doctor has asked me to drink lot of water. Okay. Because of Okay, so here tight junctions done, prevents leakage. Next one, the students, the one that is going to help this two to be together. Chick, 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 chick. Okay, like this. Now I'll show you how to draw this. More cell junctions are there, okay, but luckily you have only 3 to study. Like desmosomes are there, hemidesmosomes are there. Okay, to keep them together. Like this. Okay, between you have one which is called as your adhering junction. I think I should have drawn this a little more smaller. 1 second, I'll draw it a little more above, because it's too, some students know when they take the notes, they'll be like, ma'am, can't understand. Okay, like this. I only think of students while making notes. I do not think about me. I just think that it should not be accumulated. It should not be scribbled notes. Every student should be able to refer to that notes and be like, okay, yes, I understand. So students, this is called as the adhering junction. The adhering junction. Adhering junction, the one that is cementing both of them together. That means adhering both of them together. Okay, adherence junction. Adherence junction. Okay, the one that is adhering both of them, or let's say cementing. Cementing two cells. Cementing two cells. Okay, last one, the gap junction. Okay, last one, the gap junction. So inga one, the students see here, this one will actually help in both the cells to, okay, wait, it will help both the cells to communicate with each other. Okay, it will help both the cells to communicate with each other, even though the name is like, ma'am, gap junctions, but Anna students, it helps in communicating. Gap junction helps in communication of both the cells. Okay, it helps for communication of both the cells. What do they communicate, ma'am? Do they like ask each other, like how you people are asking in the chat box that, did you eat your food and everything? No, they will communicate in a different way, students. They will communicate with the exchange of, okay, gap junction. What will they do? They will communicate in such a way. This question has come, okay. Communicate by exchange of, by rapid exchange of ions. Okay, not just small ions, larger ions as well, exchange is going to happen. So rapid transfer of ions, small molecules, and sometimes even the big molecules. Okay, rapid transfer of small molecules, bigger molecules. Done? Clear to all of you? This is understood. So 3 cell junctions are there. In the 3 cell junctions, my students, one important thing that you have to remember, they help 2 cells to be communicating with each other, and also to prevent leakage between 2 cells also, they are going to help. Okay, they are going to help. And there are 3 cell junctions. One is called as tight junctions, one is called as adherence junctions, one is called as gap junctions. Let me just show you that. Yes. So here you can see, students, so many are there here. Hemidesmosomes, desmosomes, all of them are there. But I will show you only the ones that we have. Okay. So look here. Here can you see? This one that you are seeing here. Okay. Here they have not given labeling. That is adherent junctions. Can you see? Zona adherent. So this will help the two cells to communicate, join with each other. Can you see? Join with each other. This we call as cadherence, but then don't need that. So this is how two cells are going to join with each other, and this is done with the help of adhering junctions. Okay. Here if you notice, so many other actually. This is the gap junctions. Wait. Here actin filaments. This is the desmosomes which you don't have. Okay, desmosomes which you don't have. There are desmosomes and hemidesmosomes. Okay, which you don't have to know. I will just move it because this is the gap junctions. Can you see? It makes sure that two cells will be able to communicate with each other. And can you see? This is the two cells. Can you see? This is one cell, this is one cell. This gap junction will make sure that two cells come in contact with each other. They communicate, they do rapid exchange of ions, and small, not just small ions, even the bigger ions also exchange has to happen. Okay. Now I will just take you through. Okay. Actin filament, claudins, occludins, jams, ZO3, ZO1. Okay, yeah, tight junctions. Can you see? This is the tight junctions. Can you see how they are arranged? They are arranged to prevent leakage between two cells. Okay, I will just show you in a larger structure. Can you see, students, how they are connected? They are connected. There are a lot of complications. Okay, but then you don't have to know that much. But see how they are connected. They are connected like a network. Can you see how adherent junction is connected? These are the filaments. Okay, actin filaments, which I'll teach you in locomotion chapter. And these are what you're seeing here. These are your desmosomes. Okay, these are your desmosomes. Junction adhering molecule, occludins, claudins, protein flag, gap junctions I showed you, no? That's all. Okay, clear to all of you? All the cell junctions are clear. So just look through the whole thing. Okay, this is how, this is the two cells. Can you see? So many things are there to make sure that nothing goes out of the cell. And this way what will happen, students? The cells, whatever is there in the cells, everything will remain in the cell itself. Okay, it will remain in the cell itself. Can you see? This is the nucleus. Okay, this is the nucleus. Done? Okay, this is clear. Now I'll just go back. I'll show you one simple image as well. See, here also you can see, this is a more, like it's between the cuboidal cells. Can you see? See, this is your hemidesmosomes. Can you see? Hemidesmosomes, regions, these are, okay, integrin and all of that. Lot of regions are there, students, remember. But then can you see how they are connecting? Very tiny structures, very, very tiny structures. Then again, if I go here, can you see? Here you have connections, open and closed is there. Wait, here I'll show you. See, that is your intermediate filaments. Okay, what is the ninth one? So like this, two cells, between two cells the connection can come. So it is very easy. Can you see? Between two cells like this connections are required. Here also, can you see? Here also it is the gap junctions which are helping them to connect between each other and communicate with each other. Done? Yes, ma'am, done. Okay, now we will go back and we will come to our continuation. Okay, cell junctions are done and dusted, all of you. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay. One minute, students. Okay. Okay, yes. Okay, now let's go move forward. Okay, So here I can give you the NCERT lines for all of you. Tight junctions help to stop substance from leaking across, okay, leaking across a tissue. Adhering junctions perform cementing to keep the neighboring cells together. Gap junctions will facilitate. What do the gap junctions do? They facilitate the cells to communicate with each other, and by how do they do it? By connecting the cytoplasm of the adjoining cells for rapid transfer of ions, small molecules, and sometimes even the big molecules, and this has come as a NEET PYQ. Okay, rapid transfer of ions, small ions, and sometimes the big molecules. Students, I have told about one test series which is very important if you are a NEET aspirant, and it is only at 499. It's at 500 rupees. Yes, online test series. If you want online and offline, it's around 1300. I recommend all of you to please buy the test series because it has around 3600 questions. Even if you sit and do Pulti also, you cannot solve that many questions or find that many questions from Google, because most of you are self-study student, and as a self-study student, the one thing that you should have is a repository of questions, because how many ever PYQs your teacher is making you solve, it will still not come to your self-study practice time. So that's why it's at a very affordable price. I've already made a separate video on that mock test improvement. In that only I have told you. So if any of you are interested, you can go and buy it from there. And some students have bought it and they've given good reviews, because even I was a part of the the making of it. So that is why I wanted you all to experience it as well. Okay. Yes. Next thing is, students, connective tissue. Connective tissue, are you all ready? Energy is there, or need like a 2-3 minutes gap? I can give you a 2-3 minutes break. Okay, just 2 minutes now. Okay, 3 minutes break. Okay, just 3 minutes. I'll just fill water and come. By then your break will get over. Okay, no going anywhere. Just be here only. Two minutes, just like refresh your brains. Okay, done. That's a good number of blink breaks that you've got. Next, we'll start connective tissue. Okay, yes. I just okay, done. Let's go. Okay, we'll start with next topic, students. Very important, connective tissue, because connective tissue one day detail you have to study. After this, your what is that, neural and muscular, you don't have much to study here. Only your connective tissue is in detail here. Okay, so that's why we have to study it little detail. Connective tissue you have to study more than your NCERT. We have to study. Done. Okay, ma'am, done. Okay, yes. I just ordered my coffee. All of you also. I'll give you coffee break. Don't worry. So look here. Connective tissue, students, very important. What is this connective tissue used for? Ma'am, this connective tissue is used for connection, right? It is used for connection, or it is used for supply. Mainly, more than connection word, it makes sense to use the word supply word, right? It is to supply something for us, maybe oxygen, maybe nutrients, just like how the blood is doing it for us. Now here you should understand, connective tissue have many types, okay? And one of the most important thing about connective tissue, students, it is the most abundant tissue. What is it? The most abundant tissue. Most abundant tissue. Okay, and it is rich in blood vessels. Yes, ma'am, it is rich in blood vessels. That is why they are able to supply. And as already mentioned, they are mesodermal in origin. Okay, they are mesodermal in origin. Done. Mesodermal in origin. Now here, other than your, like NCERT, it is mentioned, but it is not very clear. Connective tissue is made up of certain components. Components na enna? Like let's say now I am making coffee. Coffee la vandu milk irukum, coffee powder irukum, sugar. Adu vandu components of the coffee. Adu madri da in the connective tissue la enna components irukum. So connective tissue, students, it is made up of connective tissue is made up of what and all? It is made up of first a set of cells. Okay, it is made up of certain cells. Which are those cells? The first cell that you have to know is a fibroblast cell, which is going to help us in the fiber formation. Fibroblast cell that is going to help us in the fiber formation. Other than that, students, we are going to have macrophages, which are going to do phagocytosis, that is engulfing. Then we will have mast cells. Mast cells vanda allergy time la help agum illa to release histamine and all of it. Mast cells will be functioning. With that, we will also have one more cells which is functioning, is the plasma cell. Plasma cell vanda again, students, for immunity. So first component of connective tissue vanda cells da. Okay, adukapurama second component vanda is going to be fibers. Another fibers. So I told you this fibroblast cells are anyway going to release fibers, and the two fibers that are going to be released is collagen fibers. Okay, collagen fibers. They will be made up of what protein? They will be made up of collagen protein. Collagen protein. Okay. Adukapurama innoru fiber irukku, students, that is called as the elastic fiber, which will be made up of elastin protein. Made up of elastin protein. Okay. Okay. Now, next one is going to be the matrix. Next one is matrix. In the matrix vandu oru madri oru ground substance madri. Okay, oru ground substance madri. Ennamo aachu camera kulle. Okay, so students, in the matrix vandu oru ground substance. Ground na ma'am keela padthuvanga. No, students, ground substance na the one that is going to provide where all this substance are going to be there. All these people are going to be here. Okay, inside this. So it is like a ground substance, and this ground substance is usually made up of mucopolysaccharide. What is it made up of? Mucopolysaccharide. Okay, mucopolysaccharide. Done. This is understood. It's a glycoprotein mucopolysaccharide. Now here, I told you that this is what it is made up of. So in NCERT, very vague, they have told fibers, cells and matrix. So here I have told you in detail. Okay, I have told you in detail. So remember, your connective tissue is always going to be present. Okay, like this, it will help in connection. Just like I already made you understand here. The basement membrane is going to be there. After the basement membrane, these people are definitely going to be present. They are rich in blood vessels. Okay, they are rich in blood vessels. Okay, rich in blood vessels. Yes or no? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Now, students, there are types of connective tissue. Okay, under connective tissue, there are types of connective tissue, and you have to know it. For that, I have made a very funny trick. I think it's funny. I don't know. Okay, students keep laughing when I say this. So, it's called as La Tree. It's a kid's name. Okay, it's a girl's name. Okay, it's a girl's or boy's name. Okay, Ladri. Saw what? Saw snake fight. Okay, many of your senior students also have used this trick in the exam. Use this. I'm playing football here, students. I'm hitting my leg on the board. I think you people are not liking the video. That is why all this is happening. Bad things happen to when people. Okay. Okay. Okay, Ladri saw a snake fight. This is that trick. Okay, in the trick one the funny irukka students. Illa. It's fun. It's nice, no? Okay, so La L. L for loose connective tissue. Okay, loose CT, loose connective tissue. A for areolar connective tissue. Okay, A for adipose. All of you would have heard about adipose tissue. Adipose connective tissue. Okay, so under loose connective tissue, two types are there: areolar and adipose. Okay, D for okay, D for what? Dense connective tissue. Dense connective tissue. Okay, R for regular connective tissue. I for irregular connective tissue. Irregular connective tissue. So, Ladri. Okay, two done. Now, saw, ma'am, saw snake fight. Saw for specialized connective tissue. Adukapurama students, snake fight. So, under specialized connective tissue, namakku vanda skeletal connective tissue. Okay, skeletal connective tissue. Adukappuram fight fluid connective tissue. Okay, fluid connective tissue. So, skeletal connective tissue, you will have bone and cartilage to study here. Bone, mattapadi cartilage. Okay. Inge vanda fluid le blood and lymph. Okay, Kana? Okay, done? Is this clear? So, this is nama full connective tissue. So, such a nice trick, no? Ladri saw a snake fight. Okay, that's all. So, you will remember the entire thing. Otherwise, you will not remember. Okay, you are studying 100, 200 concepts and going. How will you remember all of it? So, first one is students, loose connective tissue. Loose connective tissue na konja loose a irukule. So, students, loose sambar na enna, where the vegetables will be less and the fluid will be more. Correct or not? So, here also loose connective tissue means here also you will notice that the matrix is more, the fibers will be less. Okay, matrix will be more. So, here I am writing matrix is more, fiber will be less. Okay, va? So, here one important thing that I have to make a note of. This provides what and all students, this the fibers will provide. See here you can see in all connective tissue except blood, okay, important point, except blood, the cells secrete fibers or structural proteins called as collagen or elastin, okay, collagen or elastin, proteins called as collagen and elastin. The fibers will do what? They will provide strength, they will provide elasticity, they will provide flexibility to the tissues. These cells also secrete modified polysaccharides. They also secrete what? Modified polysaccharides, which accumulate between the cells and fibers and act as matrix or the ground substance. Connective tissue are classified into three: loose, dense and specialized connective tissue. So first one, the loose connective tissue, students. In the loose connective tissue, whatever components now we saw, no, all that components we are going to see it here once again, okay, all that components we are going to see here once again. Now when I say component, this will take some time to draw, so we'll have to draw it little beautifully, okay. So first one we have is the fibroblast cell. So this is the fibroblast cell. In the fibroblast cell, the students, it forms the fibers. Okay, fibers. So fibers vanda, I told you collagen fibers irukka. In the collagen fibers vanda white color irukum, students. Elastin fibers vanda, elastic fibers vanda yellow color irukum. This is the diagram given in your NCERT. All of you can open and see. Idu madri irukum. Okay, fibroblast. Adukapram, from here only you will notice that some yellow color fibers are also extending. But ana kammiya irukku, okay, idu madri some are extending like this. These are your elastin fibers, okay. Now here I told you that they have certain other cells as well, like what and all? Macrophages. So here you have to draw the macrophage cell, okay, macrophage cell, which is going to help with phagocytosis. Then I told you what? They are going to have a certain cell which is called as your mast cell, okay, mast cell. So here we are going to draw the mast cell. Then I told you these people also have the plasma cell. They also have the plasma cell, which is going to help with the immune system. These are the cells that are present. Yes, ma'am. And whatever you see here, all this is going to be the ground substance, okay. All that is going to be the ground substance. Students, remember, blood vessels also will be there, okay. Many other cells will be there, many other things will be there. But here, according to what we studied, we have only this much to understand here. So this is the fibroblast cells. Yes, ma'am. This is the fibroblast cell. This is the mast cell. Yes, this is the mast cell. This is the macrophage cell. Yes, this is the macrophage cell. And then we have the plasma cell. So can we label now? Can we label? Yes, we can label, okay. So here, starting, this is the fibroblast cell, okay, fibroblast cell. This is the collagen fibers, okay, collagen fibers. This is the mast cell, which is, students, going to help mainly with inflammation, okay. This is the plasma cell, which is going to help with immunity. Should I write it here? Immunity, okay. This one immunity ke help agum. Plasma cell vanda, mast cell vanda inflammation ke help agum. Okay, whenever we are getting an allergy, this mast cells will get activated. Human health and diseases la, again I'll be teaching you all of this, okay. Human health and diseases. Adukapram, students, here. Okay, so here inflammation done, fibroblast cells done, collagen done. This is the elastin, okay. They are made up of proteins, okay. So the protein is elastin protein, and this is your macrophages. What will they help for? They will help for phagocytosis. Phagocytosis. Clear? Phagocytosis. So this is your areola cell for you. Areola cell is understood, I hope. Easy, right? Now students, next cell that we have is adipose cell, okay. Now where will this areola cell be present, student? This is going to be present beneath the skin, okay. Location beneath the skin. Even that one is going to be, adipose also is going to be present beneath the skin. That is the fat storing cells. Okay, fat storing cells. It will look like an avocado, I always tell. Like one avocado. Like this. Okay, now inside this also. Like this it will be. Okay, like this fat stored cells there will be, students. This fat stored cells, what are they going to do? These people are going to, this is the fat storage. Okay, and these are called as your adipose cells. Adipose cells. Now here, these people are also going to help as they will do insulation. Okay, when fat is there, we say no that we do not feel cold so fast. They also give us that cushioning effect. Like that only, this will help with insulation. Insulation. Okay, I'm sorry if the spelling is wrong. Insulation. So many days over students studying physics, that is why. Okay, yes, and here we have the nucleus. Forgot to draw the nucleus. Okay, nucleus is there. They also act as a reservoir of energy. They also act as reservoir of energy. Clear? So this is the adipose tissue. Again, they are also present beneath the skin, students. They are the adipose tissue. Here, loose connective tissue means where the matrix is more, fiber is going to be less. Loose sambar means what? Vegetable is less, water is more, dal is more. No, like that only, same. Now I'll show you NCERT as well quickly. This is how in NCERT it is given. Can you see? Many cells are there. See, WBC cells are there, neutrophils are there, many cells are there. Okay. So here I have just drawn whatever I have taught you, like about the components. And here we have the fat storage area and adipose tissue. Clear? This is another diagram from another book. Here you can see adipocytes, blood vessels, everything is present everywhere. Okay. Everything is present everywhere. So this is important. And here also we have fat globule, cytoplasm, cell membrane, nucleus of the adipocytes. Next one is going to be dense connective tissue, students. Dense connective tissue na hai. Here the matrix will be less. Okay, dense sambar means what? Matrix is less, fiber is more. Fiber is more. Okay, that means here the fiber arrangement is going to be a lot more. This notes will look beautiful. Okay, now because of the board, it is not looking that neat. Okay, don't worry, it will look very neat when you get the notes. Okay, now here dense connective tissue, dri. Okay, that means we have two types here. We have one called as regular, one more called as irregular. Regular and irregular. Regular means, students, the fibers are going to be arranged in a certain pattern. Okay, like a neat original pattern. Okay, irregular means the fibers are going to be arranged in a random or disordered pattern. Okay, so that is why one is called as regular. What is a regular student and irregular student? Regular student is a student who comes every day to class. Okay, some of you are my regular students. You come every day to my class. Okay, some of them are irregular students. Once in a while they'll come, they'll comment, tell that ma'am I'll be there with you forever, and then they will just go off. Okay, clear? So like that. So here you can see the fibers are going to be arranged in a regular pattern. So here, let's say this is the fibers. Okay, and in between this fibroblast cells also will be there. I am not going to draw that. Now students, here one thing is, whenever let's say regular connective tissue, one thing that you need to observe is regular connective tissue cannot take, let's say, pressure from every direction. Now example, I am putting pressure here. Yes, it will be able to tolerate the pressure. Let's say I am putting the pressure this way, it cannot tolerate. If say I put the pressure like this, it can tolerate. So here we should remember this, regular tissues cannot tolerate like let's say the arrangement of fibers in such a way that it cannot take pressure from anywhere. Okay, so here the arrangement is made like that. But in irregular, on the other side, it is randomly arranged. Okay, it is not in any order. Okay, it is not in any order. So because of this, what will happen from any side? Let's say I give pressure like this. Okay, I give pressure like this. Okay, I give pressure like this. From anywhere, these people will be able to tolerate it. So both are present in our body just to make sure that, you know, because of the jerks or other things, nothing happens to our body. Now here, you should remember regular, 2 examples are there. So this is based on the arrangement, okay, arrangement of fibers. Okay, arrangement of fibers. So students, here one very important thing that you have to remember is that regular, there are 2 examples. Okay, 2 examples. One is called as tendon. What is tendon? Tendon is when there is a bone, okay, bone to muscle. Bone to muscle is a tendon. Okay. And second example is ligament. That's why we get ligament tear, because it cannot withstand pressure from any side. That's why we get tendon tear also. This is bone to bone. Okay. Bone to bone, it is ligament. Bone to bone is ligament. So remember, regular 2 examples you have, tendon and ligament. Irregular, it is just present beneath the skin they have given. So just remember it. So because of this arrangement only, we usually have tendon or ligament tear very oftenly. Okay, that is the problem behind it. Here you can see that, students, see. Fibers and fibroblasts are compactly packed in dense connective tissue. Orientation of fibers show a regular or a irregular pattern, and they are called as dense regular and dense irregular, okay, tissues. In the dense regular connective tissue, the collagen fibers are present in rows between many parallel bundles of fibers. So they are properly present. Tendons, okay, here you can see tendons, which is attachment of skeletal bones, was one example, and second one is ligaments, which attach to bone, are the examples. Dense irregular, on the other side you have dense irregular connective tissue. They have fibroblasts and many fibers that are oriented differently. This tissue is present in the skin. Okay, this tissue is present in the skin. I will show you the diagram as well. So look here, students, here you can see it is in a regular pattern. Can you see they are just parallelly arranged? Okay, they are all parallelly arranged. Yes or no? Here if you see, they are all randomly, that is, they are all arranged in a random pattern. So that is why we have regular and irregular. These are present beneath the skin. That's why our body can, like, let's say our skin can withstand more jerks. But our tendons and ligaments cannot do that. Okay, tendons and ligaments cannot do that. Done? Okay. Okay, ma'am, done. Okay, we are coming to an almost end. Okay, I thought I'll give you guys a break, but I don't think it's needed now. Okay, specialized connective tissue. Specialized connective tissue. Specialized connective tissue means, students, here you will have 2 types. One is called as the skeletal. Okay, and one is called your fluid connective tissue. Skeletal connective tissue and fluid connective tissue. In the skeletal connective tissue la vanda romba important na enna irukku, bone irukku ma'am, adukapram cartilage irukku. Bone ku appuram cartilage is present. In the fluid connective tissue la vanda, students, there is blood, adukapram there is lymph. Okay, lymph is present, blood is there, lymph is there. So these are the skeletal. This is specialized connective tissue. Now remember that these people in this blood, okay, this fluid connective tissue, these people will not have fibers. Okay, they will not have no fibers present, because just imagine, students, water is rich with, let's say, imagine water. Okay, I want this water to flow everywhere, and in that water I have put big pebbles. Will they be able to flow? No. Let's say I have put them like, you know, grated plastic covers. Can they move? No. Same way in the fluid connective tissue, there shouldn't be fibers, because if fibers are present, then they will not be able to move, right? Now here remember, bone and cartilage, blood and lymph, all are specialized connective tissue. In this, you know that bone builds what? Bone actually does the framework of our body, right? It builds the support, or let's say the framework of our body. It supports all the internal organs. It supports our posture. Now all of you sit straight. How many of you are drooping like this and watching the video? Sit straight. That means what? Your entire posture is done by your bones, right? So specialized connective tissue, here you have to remember your bones. Then comes cartilage, students. On the other hand, your cartilage is a flexible part, right? It's a pliable. Okay, pliable, that is, this is movable. Okay, little like this, it is movable. It is present. Example, where is it present? In the tip of your nose, and your tip of your ears. Okay, tip of your ears, it is present. So this is your cartilage, correct? Now I'll teach you more about it. Okay, I'll teach you more about it. So look here. One second. Here, okay, students, what is the specialized connective tissue? Now we understood, no? Now I'm going to tell you this bone, okay, bone is non-pliable. That means it is not flexible. That is why it is giving us the support, okay? It is giving us the support, right? It provides us with the support system. It's very important for us to remember. Yes, ma'am. And then, okay, actually, students, here, then it also does what? It gives us the entire framework, okay? It provides the entire framework of the body. Provides the entire framework of the body. So it's very important that we remember this, okay? Some of you want break, huh? Okay, chalo, I'll give you a break because it's almost been 2 hours. After this, we have muscular and neural tissues, okay? Okay, from this time, you have to resume back in 15 minutes. Clear? Yes, continue Manlama students. So I told you bone is non-pliable. It gives the entire support and the framework of the body. Yes ma'am, we understood this. Now I'm going to tell you some terms which are important for you. First term students, color change pannalama. Okay, first one is called as osteoblast. Okay, then for cell what do we call? Osteocyte. Okay, next what do you call? Osteoclast. Okay, osteoclast. So these are all the cells name that you should know. This is what we call for cells. Okay, now students, this osteocytes are present inside a space which is called as the lacunae. Okay, osteocytes are present inside a space called as a lacunae. So one lacunae, okay, remember, one lacunae will have one osteocyte. Understood? Lacunae is a space. Inside that space, one osteocyte will be present. So, one lacunae will have one osteocyte. Clear? This is about your bone. Next one about your cartilage. Okay, next one about your cartilage. Cartilage one is pliable, tip of the ears and the nose. Here also students, you have to know. You have to know that here also we have words like chondroblast, okay, chondrocyte, okay, chondroclast, chondroclast. Here also students, lacunae is present. Ana oru lacunae. Okay, in one lacunae, there can be 2 to 3 chondrocytes. Okay, what will be there? There can be 2 to 3 chondrocytes. So, remember this. This is the only important thing from the entire paragraph. One lacunae will have 2 to 3 chondrocytes. Done? Clear? Understood? Easy to understand? Okay. So, this is the whole thing that you have to remember. Okay, now we will go to NCERT. NCERT, you can see students, bones have a hard, non-pliable ground substance rich in calcium salts and collagen fibers which give bone its strength. It is the main tissue that provides what? Structural framework of the body. Bones support and protect the softer tissues and organs. The bone osteocytes are present in spaces called as lacunae. The bone osteocytes are present in spaces called as lacunae. Limb bones such as long bones of the leg, femur, right, serves the weight bearing function. They also interact with skeletal muscles attached to them to bring about movement, which I'll teach you in locomotion and movement. Okay. Next one is blood. Blood is a fluid connective tissue. We already know it. It contains what students? It contains RBC, WBC and platelets. So blood will have blood plasma and blood corpuscles. Okay, corpuscles. Okay, blood corpuscles have RBC, WBC and platelets. Okay, platelets. Clear? This is what is present. Plasma will contain students water, minerals, all of that. Again, I'll teach you in body fluids and circulation. Clear to all of you? So this is what it is. So here you can see chondrocytes. Can you see one lacunae will have 2 to 3 chondrocytes. Okay, and here you can see only one osteocyte in one lacunae. Okay, only one osteocyte in one lacunae. This is a more cross section of it. You can see osteocyte within the lacunae, canaculized, lamellae, all that is in the cross section. You will learn in detail. Okay, here also students see connective tissue proper, fibroblast cells and fibrocyte. Okay, fibroblast cells will form the connective tissue cell called as fibrocyte. Here you have chondroblast cell which will form chondrocyte. Here you have in the bone what you have? Primary blast cell, chondroblast cells and chondrocyte cells. Okay, understood? Now, next topic we have is muscle tissues. In muscle tissue, students, please remember this entire topic of muscles I will be teaching you in locomotion and movement. Ana kude inge vandu oru introduction madri. So, in the muscle tissues la vandu mainly 3 types irukum based on where they are present. Okay, 3 types. So, first one is called as smooth, okay, smooth muscular tissues. Then we have skeletal, and then we have cardiac muscles. Smooth muscles, cardiac muscles, and skeletal muscle. In the smooth muscle, students, I can also call it as the visceral muscle, because students, it will be lining the visceral organ, so adanala I can use that word. Then we have skeletal muscle, and then we have cardiac muscle. Okay. Now, where are they present? As I told you, this is present in the visceral organs. Okay. Visceral organs. Now, you tell me, ma'am, can I control this? No, it cannot be controlled. So, this is involuntary. What is it? It is involuntary. Okay. Where are these people present? They are present in between, everywhere. Okay. Between your bones, they are associated with your bones. Everywhere they are present. So, idu vandu voluntary students? Yes, idu vandu voluntary. Nama control la irukku. Okay. Idu vandu cardiac muscle enga vandu present ah irukum? Heart la vandu present ah irukum. Cardiac na heart. Okay. Cardiac na heart. Okay. Yes. Done. All of you are marking your attendance, I hope. Okay. Inge vandu students, see here. This is your skeletal or else your striated muscle. Striation na anga vandu dark bands and light bands will be present on the muscle. So here, as you can see, dark and light bands are present. Dark, light. So like this, striations will be present. But second one is your smooth muscles. In the smooth muscle one, the students, tapering at both the ends. Tapering na idu madri. Okay, tapering at both the ends. That means they will be very narrow in the both the ends. Okay, tapering at both the ends. Then we have cardiac muscle, which are branched. Okay, which are branched. And this is very important for you to remember, because these cardiac muscles have intercalated disc. Okay, intercalated disc will be present. Junctions between two adjacent cells, they will be present. So here you see one NCERT, some lines are given. The smooth muscle fiber tapers at both the ends. What do? They taper at both the ends, and they are fusiform, and they do not show any striations. Okay, they do not show any striations. Cell junctions hold them together, and they are bundled together in a connective sheath. The wall of the internal organs, see, it is present where? In the walls of the internal organs. Clear? Like the blood vessels, stomach, intestine, all of this. Smooth muscles are involuntary. Only main points underline pandra. I'm not underlining everything, as they are functioning cannot be directly controlled. We cannot think, no, by thinking, oh, I want my stomach to contract. Okay, it's not going to contract. Clear? Now, next is cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle is a contractile tissue. Yes, present only in the heart. Cell junctions fuse the plasma membrane of the cardiac muscle cell and make them stick together. So when one side contraction happens, the entire one can contract. Because heart muscle, no students, continuously it has to be, pumping organ it is, and it can never get fatigue. Okay. It can never get fatigue. Clear? It cannot get fatigue. Now, communication junctions or intercalated disc at some fusion points allow the cells to contract as a unit. When one cell receives a signal to contract, its neighboring cells also will get stimulated to the contractions. Okay? Done? Last topic for the day. Last topic for the day is going to be neural tissues. So, neural tissues exert the greatest control over the body's responsiveness to the changing condition. Neurons, the unit of neural systems, are excitable cells. Neuroglial cells. So, in the neural system, students, you have your neurons, and then we have neuroglial cells, correct? Neuroglial cells, which constitute the rest of the neural system that protect and support the neurons. Neuroglia makes up more than 1/2. This is important. Again, assertion reason can come, statement based question can come. Neuroglial make up more than 1/2 of the volume of the neural tissues in the body. What do they help in? They make sure that the entire support and protection can be taken care of. So, neural system, neurons are there. With that, your neuroglial cells are also present. Clear to all of you? This is understood? Okay? Easy? Yes. So, what will the neurons do, students? It's very simple. Neurons will get a stimulation. Let's say, example, now you're drinking a hot coffee, suddenly you touch this. That is the stimulus, correct? Now, the stimulus response will be coming from the brain, and the response will be like retrieve your hand, okay, remove your hand. Now, this signaling has to take place with the help of neurons. Neuron has to carry it, axon, the dendrites will take it, pass it through the cell body to the axon, axon will give it to the next dendrite. So, that is what is happening. Understood or not? Okay, the entire chapter is clear. So, this is the diagram given in your NCERT. You can see cell body is there, axon is there, these are the dendrites, and around it, wherever you are seeing, they are the neuroglial cells. They are the neuroglial cells. Okay? Done. All of you? Okay. So students, see here on the channel, I want to tell you something. This is the video. This is very important. How you can improve in your mock test. Now, if you're a student who is looking for one shot video, detailed one shot video, go to this playlist. So, in the playlist, the class 11th. So, here you can see NEET 2026 biology one shot. So, in the biology one shot, we have excretion, we have respiration, we have reproductive health, animal kingdom, photosynthesis, human reproduction, breathing and exchange, molecular basis of inheritance, and part by part lecture, sexual reproduction in flowering plant is covered, and also biological classification is covered. Okay, yeah? So here you can see all the one shots. Clear? All the one shots will be there. Detailed one shots. Nothing is like, okay, I have to finish it fast. Everything is in detail. So you do not have to go to 10 other places. Every information is there. After watching the lecture, make sure you read NCERT. Adhikapram, you have to do PYQ practice. Okay, va? So idhida students, we have completed this animal tissues topic. Next one, the frog and cockroach I'll be doing. Frog and cockroach one, I will... posted very soon itself. So frog, cockroach வந்து ஒரு controversial topic ஆயிருக்கு because cockroach வந்து it's not confirmed in their syllabus, but in the bracket they have given insect. So everyone actually, all the teachers actually teach frog and cockroach together. Why? Because and the insect வந்து cockroach தான இருக்கும் because earthworm is annelid, right? So earthworm is not the one. Earthworm is completely deleted. But ஆனா frog and cockroach வந்து ஒரு confusion இருக்கு. ஆனாலும் cockroach is very simple, very easy. You can study cockroach and frog together. கொஞ்சம் long lecture ஆகும், but ஆனா கூட it's very interesting, okay? Because we have seen cockroach, we have seen frog. So அது வந்து relate பண்றதுக்கு ரொம்ப easy ஆகும், okay? So I hope all of you have subscribed to the channel and also smash the like button. Students, I hope all of you enjoyed this lecture as well. All the notes will be available. I will make a link separately and share all these notes. So this entire handwritten notes is for all of you to utilize, okay? I have not drawn this notes for me. It is for you people, so you can study by understanding everything very, very clean and neatly, okay? So you always know Gopika Ma'am makes really good notes for all of you. So make sure that you are sharing the notes with your friends at the same time you are studying. And also, if you want to join the Telegram channel, it is We Need Tamil Nadu Telegram channel. You can also join my Telegram channel, Gopika Biology Official. So in the run the Telegram channel, all the notes will be available. So thank you so much, students. See you all in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye bye. I hope all of you enjoyed, got enough break, and also we had a very nice class, right? Yes, please let me know in the comment section how the class was. See you all tomorrow.